Bully!
Bully! That may
So
be,
then Wooly Bully, is that, does that have new context?
I don't know what that is.
that is a sheep that you are good friends with.
Wooly Bully is a song from, I believe, the 50s.
You remember that song?
Wooly Bully, Wooly Bully,
Oh,
Wooly Bully.
I do know that song. I just
Watch
thought they
it
were
now,
saying
watch it,
bully,
watch it.
bully. I thought they were saying bully twice.
Bully Bully.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Bully Bully. All right, we're going to do some misheard lyrics again.
I think
Bully Bully.
Chili Bully.
Don't act like Wooly Bully makes more sense,
Oh,
Brian.
so much more sense. Totally way more sense. I mean, who doesn't get Wooly Bully? But Bully Bully, come on. What are we...
I think it was a dance, wasn't it? Wasn't the Wooly Bully a dance?
Well, when I was alive back then, yes,
Right.
it was a dance.
Everything like back in the 50s, all the music in the 50s was about dances. That's it. That's all they ever sang about.
And they made dances up out of everything, like the mashed potato,
Yep.
Yep. The twist,
the twist,
Wooly
the swim, Wooly Bully,
When
the locomotion.
the
when did
toaster
the
oven.
Charleston come around? That was like in the 20s, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
that was like the 20s.
Yeah.
Along
all
with
the
the great
all
hit
the
of
kids.
Jimmy Had a Nickel.
So, people who are joining us now, viewers,
That's a real song.
what I was telling Dad and Brian before we started that got this going was that I learned today that the word bully first appeared in the 1500s in England, and at the time, a bully was like a best friend. It was a good relationship. You had a whole bunch of bullies. And so
I've got my best bully
here we are with our
on my
British
bowling
accents.
team.
This is my bully,
Yeah.
my teacher.
I think I
like
have
to
a
gather
feeling
my
I
bullies
know
hunt
what the
foxes.
picture's gonna be. What the picture will be representing when we get to the.
Is it somebody
It's going to be
bullying?
a bully.
Somebody bullying a sheep?
It should be over a British flag, though, if we're being consistent.
It's going to be a bully.
If we're being thorough, I should say.
What other weird dance names did they have? So they had the twist, obviously, the mashed potato, the swim. Obviously, there was the hucklebuck. Everybody knows the hucklebuck. You guys probably don't know. You guys probably don't know the hucklebuck. But let me tell you about the
Charleston.
hucklebuck.
I said that. The Charleston.
Charleston.
The
yeah.
boogie. What's it called? The boogie. Boogie.
Oh, the Watusi. Yep, the Watusi. The Freddy.
The Freddy.
Yep.
The
The toaster oven, which we talked about previously.
The hokey pokey.
That's what it's all about.
It really is.
We got started late because I was waiting
Who
for
was it?
Juwan, forgetting that he would be late, and so we're like 2 minutes past 7 now. So I'm gonna go
Who
ahead
was
and
it
start
that
the
Oh,
theme
the
song.
Boogie Woogie.
I said that.
Who was it that told us they were addicted? They were addicted to the hokey pokey, but then they turned themselves around. Who said that?
It was
know.
on the in Tabby's play. The surfer dude
That's
says
it.
that line.
The bunny hop.
Yes,
Did you say that one? The cha cha cha.
I didn't say that one.
The jitterbug.
Ooh, I should have said that
The
one.
tango.
The stroll.
All right, I'm gonna start the theme song, and everyone can continue this very riveting discussion
Square
afterward.
dance. The hoedown.
The boogie woogie.
Sign up if you dare, starring comics everywhere. Coming out of quarantine, so catch the vibe and dig the scene. Take a seat, gonna grab a snack, gonna kill the room, gonna talk some smack. Cutting it down like a lumberjack, come take a ride in my Cadillac. Kicking it live on the radio, everybody got a right to know. This ain't my first rodeo, hit spotlight, here we go. Are you ready for the show? 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 Kicking it live, so be our guest. Everybody go
just
right
showed
in
up.
there,
Juwan's
Yes,
been here the
been there.
whole
Whole
time.
sliding in like in those movies when they just like hit the brakes and they kind of parallel park and slide turn at the same time. You ever
You
seen
did like the
those?
Ferris Bueller.
Ferris
Slide
Bueller.
rider.
Ferris Bueller. That's what I was going to say. That was a way easier way to say that.
The Tom Cruise. You know, slide
The
rider.
Ferris Bueller. Yeah.
He did the Watusi. Did the mashed potato. Look at how dapper he looks. Look at that shirt that he's
Oh, I
wearing.
had a blazer before, so you're
Yeah.
really missing it. You're missing
Guten
the whole
Tag.
package. But
It looks like you just stepped out of a commercial for a
Did you-
dry cleaner.
did y'all explain it to everybody? You know what I look like? I look like I'm the night shift manager for a grocery store, and I'm ready for work.
You're just
I
taking your
missed my
break.
name-
You're just taking your
tag.
15. You're taking your 15 out and back. Just
Deborah, did we get the bananas? Get the bananas out on the floor, Deborah.
That's not a bad look,
pallet of-
though. Produce manager is not a bad look.
No, it's just nondescript.
Or you could be like the NASA guy in like a sci-fi movie that's just been there too long.
was
Just
it?
like, the Earth's
There was a-
gravitational pull is disrupted.
There was a comedian who used to say he could do an impression of the guy. He would do two impressions. One was the guy, the phone tap guy, when they're trying to trace a call, and they look over and the guy and he goes,
Well, that was unfortunate time.
and
What happened?
You
happened?
cut out right there. You just went, and he goes,
oh,
You have to do
did I
it again.
freeze?
"Oh, you're gonna,
Yeah,
you're gonna."
it's the phone tap guy. They're trying to keep the guy on the line, but he hangs up too early, and they look over at the phone tap guy, and he goes, and he goes, I do another impression. It's the stethoscope guy after somebody's died.
So,
It was
so
a
guys,
stethoscope.
here's what some of your emojis look like. By the time
Guys.
they get to me, I'm talking to the viewers. This is what
Oh.
your
And pink waving.
it's what it looks like. Some of them come through,
Did
like
you run it through
Sherry's
Google
snort.
Translate first?
Sherry's cry laugh emoji comes through, and then Jessica's,
Snort.
squeezy eye emoji comes through. But
Wait.
like some of them just
Some of
don't.
them just come through as words.
Did I miss
It's-
a bullies thing, or was that in the chat?
Oh yes, somebody catch up, Juwan.
No.
We talked about bullies.
Oh, is that how big the show is?
What? Well, we have a
Guess we won't be as in those anymore.
Yep.
They're amusing.
Oh, those are YouTube emotes, apparently.
Well, Juwan, we were talking about how a bully in the 1500s, I guess it was, in Britain, was actually a friend. It was a,
Yep.
it was a good. It was a mate.
Oh, bully
A
for
bully.
you.
A bully.
You know
Bully.
what Teddy
Bully.
Roosevelt meant?
Have
What?
the bullies over, and we will sup together.
Teddy Roosevelt used to say "bully for you."
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Right.
bully was a good thing to have.
Bully was a good thing, and
So-
so
You typed that out.
What?
Juwan.
happened? What? You know what's weird?
Juwan, you cheater.
The old foot tie.
flag wave.
The old foot tie flag wave, which we all
There's
right
a
up there
thing-
with the poop emoji.
Here's what's weird. Are y'all seeing it twice?
Yeah.
Like StreamYard said, "Hey, you can log in with your YouTube." I was, okay. So something weird happened when I was logging in, and now every time I say something twice, every time I type something in, it comes up twice.
Echo, echo.
That's because you. Well, we,
How big is
we
the
do-
show?
Yeah, how show is it?
House show fish hand pink.
It's pretty show. It's pretty show. In
It's
fact,
much show.
it's very much show. A typical show is represented by that mastodon there, that normal size mastodon, the way mastodons are in real life. Tonight's show looks a little something like this.
Whoa! That doesn't mean that guy could have had it coming.
True.
Just look at him.
Or it might just be his chiropractor.
That's right.
That's when Pee Wee's finally had it with Francis. Gives him
Can
just
you
slugs. him.
imagine if that were the advertisement for chiropractor?
All right, when
Let's
I
say
count to three,
chiropractor in the 1500s.
when I count to three, breathe out. 1, 2. That's the biggest show we've ever showed on the show.
That's the showiest show we've ever had.
That's it.
Shows.
Before we get into the actual meat, before we get into the actual substance
Are we
tonight,
shouting out to our
We got
clickers?
so much.
Okay, now, Juan, you were here last week, but Brian wasn't. And so I'm not sure if he got to see the playback, but let's remember, we have some choreography.
We didn't even figure that out. All right, fine.
Wait, we'll put this back up. 'cause
Do
it
whatever
needs to
you
go
say. Is that the choreography?
Top to bottom.
Oh,
Dad? Nope. I have to go first because he's not listening.
Clickers will give us chills. Clickers are all ready.
Yes!
Clickers are fresh and clean.
Dad!
Clickers are lean and mean.
So good. Yes.
that was stellar. This week, we give a shout out to all of our clickers. We love them all equally, as much as we love anything. But tonight, this week, we're giving a special shout out to, in no particular order,
Erica Trickens.
and don't forget,
Thank you, Christopher, for having an easy last name to pronounce.
Thank you for having an easy first name to pronounce too,
oh.
Christopher, which in the
Christopher.
1500s in England meant a good friend.
Let's not do all the English terminologies. There's some English words don't translate so well.
If you would like to become a friend of the show or a bully, if you're
Bully.
15th
A
century,
Branyan bully.
Branyan's Bullies.
Ew.
Here we go. No more clickers. Branyan bullies.
Branyan bully. All you have to do is go
Bully.
to johnbranyan.com and sign up, and we would so appreciate it. And you can join us at the after party, where this week we discuss a special episode of SCQS that's coming up in October. That is going to be a big,
Pardon me?
deep. You know how.
Thank
a
you,
typical-
Sarah, for recognizing how hard work pays off. I think she's referring to our beautiful dance and our well-timed wave.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was good. I don't care whenever anybody congratulates me for anything. I don't even question whether or not it's legitimate.
It's Miller time.
Great, thank you.
See,
Yep.
that's the whole fair to me.
Zombie John was in the house for just a moment. I'm starting to get used to him. It doesn't creep me out as much as it used to.
It freaked you out for a while.
I kind of look forward to it, actually. I kind of like to see you do that for a whole show.
And Branyan's pictures. We know Russ has been around for a long time when he refers to Branyan's. Bully Branyan's pictures.
Pictures.
He's right.
Brandon.
picture.
That's that alliteration we like so much.
We put the bully in photograph.
We put the bully in live internet show.
Woo! All right.
Yes, Branyans have been this disturbed for a long time.
It's pretty typical for my family.
Yes.
So, there's a couple of things that we have to do. First of all, does Brian have a hat? Do you have a hat tonight, Brian?
I do not have a hat. No hat. So I will bring one back real quick just for special guest appearance.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That was a hat from before.
Yes. This was-
So, I feel like that
That's
one
nice.
has
That's a good.
set itself apart. It's kind of taken a little bit of a step ahead of the other.
Yeah.
If you felt like bringing it back,
Mm,
that's a sign that maybe
significant. Yeah.
It's made it to the second round.
We need a hat
Definitely.
bracket.
Yep.
Hat bracket for
Hat bracket.
bracketing hats.
Mhm. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, if there's your,
I
Hat
like it all
madness.
over again by Joe.
Oh, thank you.
you know, it's coming
We
back.
could give him
So,
hats in chat. I don't
Hats
in
in
chat.
chat.
know. That is what she means by that.
The chat
Oh, there
hat.
we go. That's,
Hats and checks. Hats and checks.
What's the hat in the chat? You got that?
It's a cap. With
Sure.
a
show's over, folks.
There's no reason to stick around at this point.
Yep. Well,
Except that we
Good
get
night.
to mock my dad. So don't go anywhere.
Yay!
Yeah. Here's what we're gonna do. We have some video that I'm gonna play, and by way, and we'll just let the video kind of set it up. Is that right,
Okay.
Peach?
Sure.
Okay. So this
Set
is
it
what
up,
this is a
baby.
polo that I sent to my beloved
This
daughters.
was a sweet
who-
moment this
who,
week.
for those of you who may not know, my daughter Amanda, or the Peaches, is my booking agent / manager, and so when you call to book me to do comedy shows, you talk to her, and then Tabitha handles all of the travel and the details, and Tabby will call people up and just discuss all of my requests, my demands that I make for green room food and
Right.
the temperature of the room and all of that sort of stuff. And so they handle both of those things. And so this was the video that I sent them earlier this week. Okay, hey daughters, I haven't told you for a while how much I appreciate what you do for the comedy events. I really do. You guys are both spectacular, make my life much easier, and I sincerely appreciate it. I know we've just introduced Zoho as a replacement for Insightly, but I'm going to be sending you a link to a different piece of software. It's ClickUp, and I think it's better. It's simpler, and the calendar is much easier to use than the calendar. All right, so there's that. I sent them a thing. Zoho is the piece of software that we use to manage all of the shows and
We've been using
travel.
it for about, what, 2 months? Like 6
yeah,
to 8
we've been
weeks.
using it for about 2 months. The reason we had to switch from Insightly is because Insightly's price has been going up dramatically over the last few years, and so now it's just not, for the amount of work that we have to do, it's not affordable. And so I switched to Zoho. And then I switched to something else because I think this other thing is going to be better. And so in telling the girls that we were switching software again, it occurred to me, hey, I should tell them how much I appreciate them going with the flow. And
Compliment.
so that's what I did. And so I sent them that video. I sent them that video, and probably 30 minutes later or so, I got this video.
Hey, Dad. It's been a while since I just said how much I appreciate you and love you, and you're just really amazing. With that being said, I think I'm going to murder you.
It softens the blow. I like that technique.
Right. She gave me the compliment first, and then told me the hard thing. And so that wasn't it. I also got this then after that.
You know, Dad, I've been thinking, you are such a great dad. So present. Just always been around. And funny, too. Gosh, the sense of humor on you. Just irreplaceable. What could we do without you? Hey, been thinking, totally unrelated, but Luke told me right before I left for the library that you were considering a new bit of software. And then he just kind of side-eyed me because I went completely quiet and I said nothing. Just throwing that out there. The important thing, what I'm really making a video to tell you, is just how much you mean to all of us.
So there we go.
I was kind of hoping you cursed out loud in the library. That would be
What's funny is I was in the library when Tabby's video came through, and I was going to do the same thing. Like, I don't know if I would have done it. I probably wouldn't have done it as well as Tabby did. But my first thought was, I like how every time he starts a video with, I've just been thinking about how great it is to have you guys on my team, he follows it up with something really annoying. Because Tabby hasn't even had the chance to learn how to do this secondary software yet before we've moved on to the tertiary one. And she's been saying she needs a meeting with us. She's got lots of questions. And then he's like, well, we're going to switch again to another one. And So yeah.
And gosh, I love you guys. You're so great.
That's
But see-
you know what sparked my remembering of you and how good you are is how bad I'm gonna make it.
Right. And so, and then there was a whole series. There was a whole series of those little videos that we kind of went back and forth. But it just made me laugh. It made me laugh because as soon as Tabby sent me that video, as soon as she said, Dad, I was thinking about it, it's like, here it comes.
Me too.
I
Dad.
know exactly what's going to happen.
I was
so
just thinking
great.
also, I have also been doing some thinking about how important you are. You're just such a great guy.
How much
That
we
being
love
said, I might murder you.
you. I'm going to murder you. So that's what I got. That's what I got for my daughters. And so we were talking about the whole compliment sandwich, and how that technique and how annoying it is when people use it on me. Like people will send me a letter whenever I get an email or a comment that starts out with "huge fan of your comedy, especially the Three Little Pigs." It tells me two things. Number one, there's going to
Seen
come
one thing.
there's a criticism coming right after that, and also the only thing they've ever seen is the Three Little Pigs. That's the only thing they've ever seen. But they're a huge fan.
Huge fan
However, and
of the
then
one I've seen.
yeah, and then they tell me, I think you're driving people out of the church and into the abyss of hell.
Huge fan of your comedy.
Right.
Can you combine that with the Three Little Pigs bit? Kind of merge the two. The driving people out of churches and into the abyss of hell, and told in the Three Little Pigs tale.
Right. And so I've conceived of a game that we're going to play tonight, and
Compliment sandwich game.
as a matter of fact, Juan, it's called Compliment Sandwich.
For those who haven't seen Zombie John before, because actually Dad can't see himself when he's zombified.
No, I can't.
Did you
Yeah,
take
and
my zombie
Ryan's
picture?
ready
Oh, no.
for a sandwich.
I'm ready for a sandwich, baby.
I don't even remember that that's what's going to happen.
Oh,
until
and-
you guys start squawking.
You know how in the cartoons they put an olive on top of the sandwich? Does that make the sandwich dirty? Or just a martini?
Juan, were you here last week when we showed the picture of Brian?
Oh, and the
About
tube. When they
Oh
were
yeah,
doing
did you see that?
MRI baby tube.
Okay.
That was
Well, we
phenomenal.
still have to.
I thought Brian sent that in, and then he sent us a Polo
No.
saying that was a great picture. And I was like, "What?"
Nope, that was courtesy
My-
of Sherry.
My only comment with that, as I shared with you guys, is it looks like you put me in like one of those little ninja blenders, and you're just gonna put like some kale and some berries in on top, and just
Yeah.
blend it
Some
up.
Greek yogurt. Yep.
Brian protein shake.
Yep.
So yeah, we're going to play a game called Compliment
Whoa.
Sandwich, and how this is going to work is we're going to start with we're just going to go around, and I think probably you should go first, Juwan.
Oh,
and then we'll
good.
go Brian. And but I've got some
I'll
pictures.
loosen it up.
Yeah, and I'm going to put a picture up on the screen, and
Oh.
you will
Oh.
provide a compliment sandwich. You'll say something complimentary and uplifting, and then you'll level the criticism. And my mouse just disappeared.
Mhm.
So
Your
What?
pointer or your mouse?
I can't. There we go.
Oh no! Are you still
My
using
mouse
a ball in yours? Is that?
So here we go. Here's the first picture.
Whoa! Hey, man, you guys sure are having some fun and relax and chill out there, you guys. Quick note: it might be possible. You know, maybe you might think about if one of those, what would happen if one of those flip flops might float away. It's possible. I mean, you guys are creating a lot of waves, so that might make one of the flip flops to dislodge. But you guys are having a lot of fun right there. It looks so good, and then I'm glad we have the Foreman grill out here, and I know it's necessary because we need paninis in the pool. But just something to think about. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. All right.
His
Well, I
was
think-
kind of a bun
It's a double-
meat, bun meat.
Right. It was kind of a compliment.
Open face. Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like
Awesome.
an open face. Yeah.
Oh, but I could go.
Compliment,
I could do a double decker and just go. But you guys, bodies are looking great. You keep doing whatever
Yeah.
you're doing.
Double
Love-
decker. There you go.
love
Bodies
the
look
tan.
great.
Yeah.
Yep, that's double decker. Yours was almost a shish kebab, but
Right.
With
Right, a compliment with just a little bit of.
Pick through
And
that.
also, is it the olive in the martini that makes it dirty or neat?
lasagna, a compliment lasagna in all those
Nice.
ones.
That's something that confused me though. I've only ever seen it in Bugs Bunny cartoons. Whenever a sandwich comes, it's got a toothpick with an olive. I've never seen that in real life. I don't know if
That's
they
because
did that.
olives are gross, but
They are, but it had a
Yeah.
pimento in it, so I don't know. Does that make a difference?
Olives are not good, but we have a
No.
granddaughter. Mandy has a daughter who loves olives. So
somehow I birthed a child who will ask for olives at the grocery store. She'll hold them up.
Wow.
olives, you
Yeah,
guys.
Yeah.
yeah. You can put them on your finger.
Mhm.
They got little holes for your fingers.
All right, Brian, you ready?
And
What?
I gotta go.
Hey, buddy. But what I love is that now we can clip out something positive that Brian's about to say. But Brian said something nice about this guy.
Okay. One of the things I can't even say that admire, but one of the things that I find fascinating is your dedication and your drive,
Oh.
along
Yes.
with your hair. But having said that, and your attention to detail and neatness in clothing, I think is spot on. However, I think the fashion choices and the grooming choices for the face, not to mention that you're just kind of a evil piece of crap, is something I just got to let you know. But I think it's a great picture. You get good. You're making great eye contact with the camera. So
Very white sclera.
yeah.
Okay.
I had to.
Well
If you ever
done.
want to see Brian tap dance, you just did.
Well done, Brian. Well done. All right, Peach, you ready?
Okay. All right.
All right, this is for you.
Jehovah Stalin. Oh.
This is for the
Wow.
captain of the ship, I suppose.
What is
Is
this?
that
Which ship is
chocolate?
this?
Oh.
Do we know which one it is?
It's a Carnival cruise line.
Is
It accidentally,
it the Exxon Mobil
it
one?
actually hit the
No,
dump
it's not
button.
ExxonMobil. It's the
Oh, Exxon Valdez.
Okay,
Thank you,
who hit the
Teach.
flush button?
Valdez.
I don't think the
Listen,
Exxon
guys.
was that close. Okay.
To the captain specifically, you are very good at getting attention and getting the getting the world to pay attention to you and to stand up and take notice. I've never quite seen somebody pull off so completely, getting like every news channel and nonprofit organization to kind of give you their focus. So congratulations on that. Small point to offer. You've killed a lot of wildlife. It's cost a pretty penny. But again, you are very, very good at rounding everyone up and giving everybody somewhere to focus their raw hatred. And so, for that, we thank you.
Somewhere to
I was gonna
focus
say
their ire.
you've given us something to do with all of these many gallons of dishwashing detergent that we.
That is true. That's true. Do you have
What are
nice
they-
ship? Do you stock in Dawn? I did say, to be fair, that I feel like this I am probably going to struggle with the compliment part of any compliment sandwich. Whereas if we could do it in reverse, which
Yeah.
is
No,
what
I was
Brian
gonna
suggested.
say on the first one I realized you could just pick something sarcastic like,
Right.
"Hey guys,
A
love those
couple of
tan
beef
lines."
patties with the bun in the center.
Mm-hmm.
I'm there for that. I could.
It's like
The whole
sushi, you know, where you have
Right.
the rice on the outside, or
More
do you have
protein.
Because you could be like,
Yeah.
"Hey, I love how close you were able to get to the beach before you spilt everything. That was really great."
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Usually guys do it way out and have to
Sarah
wait for
brings it.
like a month for the oil to get to the shore.
We could even see it from outer space. Kudos. Kudos.
You got very close to the beach. Good job.
You won up the Titanic. Very nicely done.
Yep.
Right. Well, the thing is,
We could find your wreck. It didn't
Exactly.
take us hundreds of years.
See, now you've got it. Now you're figuring it out.
Yeah.
We don't have to go deep sea diving to
Nope.
retrieve.
Everybody knows right where it is.
Yeah.
Oh,
So good
you know
job.
the worst part out in the real life, the worst part about this picture is it looks like it's somewhere nice, like the Virgin Islands or something. Like it's in the Caribbean. There's people in their deck chairs going, "Dear me, Martha, what is that large ship doing? Oh, he's spilled oil all over our vacation."
Does that make it does it have an olive on the top now to make it a dirty oil
It's
spill?
a dirty oil
Dirty
spill.
Oh,
Oh, pick 'em.
all right. Let's see. I put these together, but I don't remember what's next. So I'll do the.
Are you doing one?
Oh.
Okay. Oh,
There you go.
look at that.
Mm.
Look what you got
Well,
there.
I do want to say that I appreciate your enthusiasm and your dedication to grilling when it looks like the porch is wet and so it's raining today. And a lot of people don't have the wherewithal. A lot of people don't have the ambition to go out and cook in the rain, and you do, and that deserves recognition and appreciation. And so thank you for that, because the best burgers and hot dogs are the ones that get grilled. That being said, you have caused a pretty serious fire and done quite a bit of damage and probably injured some people, which which could have been avoided if you'd have been a little less laissez-faire and taking care of your grill. However, the flames do keep us warm in the rain. Okay.
Yes.
Hey, good job grilling in December. We appreciate that.
So look at steaks were done very quickly. Steaks were done just the way I like them.
I think the water was an attempt to put out the grease fire.
Oh, you think? Well, in that case,
Hey,
I have
you
one
tried.
other criticism.
Hey,
and
we
one
did
other
double
compliment.
decker.
Right. Congratulations. Thank you for taking responsibility for cleaning up the mess you made. You didn't.
However,
But-
you're a moron.
It didn't
Hey,
work out.
You did it.
Oh,
You did it
maybe
3 or 4
I
steps
should-
away from the house, so that was good.
Maybe I should compliment sandwich my husband. I don't know if he's watching right now, but I should give him a compliment sandwich because of what happened in the wee hours of the morning
Oh,
last
what's,
night.
What happened?
what's
I didn't
this?
tell you. Didn't you hear the story, Dad? Okay, well
Maybe.
we'll just start here. First of all, as far as things I want to say about my beloved husband Luke, he is a dedicated father. He's a wonderful husband, and he offered to stay up and watch for my father-in-law, who had our oldest 2 kids, and they were coming home from a weekend
I
away.
have heard this.
And so it was very considerate of him. It was very, very sweet of Luke to offer
Put that up,
to. It was very sweet of him to offer to let me fall asleep because I was exhausted, and to wait up for his dad and our kids to get home. Little note, little point of contention possibly. He fell asleep next to me in the bed with an open container of tea, and nobody was there when the kids got home. They put themselves to bed when it was 2:30 this morning. I woke up and I was soaked in tea. Um,
And you
but
said, did the kids get home okay? And he goes, what did he say?
I assume. And I
I
went,
guess so.
Luke. And then I sat up, and when he
Looks like the
Luke,
cops
did you
aren't
see
here.
the
I guess
bed?
we're good.
That is exactly what we said.
don't
I
even
rolled
say it. You're a little
over.
too old to tee the bed.
He went to check to see if the kids were in their beds, and they were. It was like 3 a.m. And as I rolled over, I felt the coffee cup, and I was like, "What?" And I held it up, and there's a puddle. I mean, it was a full cup of tea in the bed, so we had to strip the bed. But all that said, I have
However, Luke-
never seen so much tea in a bed before, and so it was an impressive amount.
Yeah, you're bad at these. You're bad at the compliment part.
Yeah.
However,
She
tea
cannot compliment.
tea has
It's
a
well
lot
done.
of antioxidants and it's good for your skin. And so
Right.
soaking in it will help you stay young and it will keep wrinkles away.
You were
Yeah,
just
and now
steeped.
he's putting the clean sheets that I washed back on the bed, apparently. And so, bully for you, Luke.
Bully.
Muller.
Bullies for you. Little bullies.
This is for you, Joanne. Here you go. Speaking
Oh.
of bullies,
Hey.
He was great at resting.
Hey guys, man, you're a little active. You're active fellows, and I really do like the way you guys are wearing all white so the blood can show up really well when you get gored, which is what happened, isn't it? That's what you guys did. Now, I mean, some people would say don't get in front of the bulls in the first place, but I think maybe it was your choice of footwear. That was where you went wrong. Right now you got loafers on. I mean, really, did you think you're going to outrun the bulls with just loafers on? You really needed something, a running shoe, maybe, perhaps, or a basketball, something high top, in case your ankle, give you more ankle support so you don't twist your ankles. But look, I got to tell you though, you're taking that horn really well. I got to tell you, it is almost like you're unfazed, but at least you're acknowledging the things that are happening to you, and you look like you're taking it in stride. So good job.
Some say unfazed, some say unconscious.
Totally knocked you out.
and we all say bully.
This was a nice, concise one. I really admire how you
Yes.
took the bull by its horns. I didn't think you'd do it literally, but that takes a lot of courage. That's a pretty good sandwich. That's a little.
That was very concise.
Mini
Very
sandwich.
concise. Yeah, that's
Well
It's
written.
a
that's a little
slider.
compliment finger sandwich. Yeah.
Compliment slider.
You're in and out of the hospital room before he even knows what happened.
Well, you were talking when you said, I don't think it's a good idea to be in front of the bull. It made me think about, this is from the running with the bulls that they do in Spain. And
Yeah.
It's like that's kind of the whole point. If they were actually behind the bulls running down the street, it would
Might be better.
entirely different.
The what would that be? The driving of the bulls.
Chasing of the bulls.
Well, they're not really the bull because it's the running of the bulls, right? It's not really
Right.
the people, so it's more the
Right.
running of the idiots.
Mhm. It's pretty
I
popular.
still don't get it. It's Italian, so I wish I could
I mean,
explain
the
it.
bulls
to
run
you.
too. They
Well, and every year they do this where they go, should we outlaw this? Should we stop doing this because it's very dangerous? And every year they just keep doing it. And
I'm not a Darwinist always, but sometimes I think he had a point.
well,
It's-
why would you? I mean,
They're
there's
not- They're not forcing them out there by gunpoint. They're going,
right.
I'm going to do this.
It's totally
See,
fine.
I'm pro bull here because they end
Yeah.
up slaughtering the bulls at the end. So
Oh,
as long as they didn't slaughter the bulls at the end, sure, you want to run around, go right ahead. But what they do is they bring them into the thing and then they slaughter them. So I think they should outlaw it. I think they should just put the people out there, and then at the end let all the bulls, keep them in the arena, and then let all the bulls free. And let them, then we see who comes out. No
I-
weapons. No weapons.
I
Skill
have
versus skill alone.
I have a compromise. This is my talent. Is before the running of the bulls, you show a little training video, and it's just like, hey, this is welcome to Pamplona, the running of the bulls. You may have wondered, it's for guys that haven't done it before, just like, you may have wondered, hey, I should run with these bulls. It'll show my masculine side, and I'll be able to best man versus beast, and I'll have a story to tell my grandchildren. Well, before that happens, why don't you have a look at some of these? And they'll roll clips of guys getting, a horn put through them. And then like even interviews and be like, I was a running at top of speed. All it took was one cobblestone and I misstepped, and then they just run over me. And it's
What
horrible.
if you had the people decorate or dress up as the bull and then they crashed into each other? Then
Oh,
if
See,
they
Brian,
if,
what I like about Brian. Brian's fine with the slaughter as long as it's the people.
Yes.
Slaughtered.
Yes.
don't slaughter
Because
the
that's their
bulls.
choice. That's their choice. I think they should have training videos. This is your first time running with the bulls? A great technique is to stand in the street and go like this.
Brian's a great
Do's and
humanitarian
don'ts.
who doesn't like humans.
That's right. I am thoroughly on Team Asteroid. I think we've established.
Oh yeah.
I am.
Oh my gosh.
All right, Brian, this is yours.
Yeah, go ahead.
who is that?
Yeah, we'll get to it. Yeah.
Oh boy.
This is pre swastika.
I got to admire for a guy that's 5'4", and you're able to be as influential as you are. By the way, I got to say your beard is on point, and you are rocking the man sweater, which is pretty hard to pull off. It's the homeless psycho look is a hard look to pull off, but you certainly have done that. However, we got to talk a little bit about what's going on with the forehead, and some people may or may not see that. This is probably before that happens, but you don't want to. It's what the kids call cutting, and it's not really a cool thing to do. So you don't want to carve things into your forehead. Why are mine all with Nazis? What's going on here? All the pictures have Nazis in them.
You got
And the whole cult thing is you're a pioneer, you're a visionary, because it doesn't become famous and really popular until later on in a few years. But I think you're just a little too on the crazy side and a little too much. Not good for society, so I'm just going to light on it because I don't want anyone to come after me. Still, but wrapping it up, I got to say you were able to inspire an amazing Beatles song. So thank you for that.
Oh, right.
Very nice. So you would not want to make Charles Manson feel
give
bad
him some
about himself.
options.
Yeah, no, that's. I mean, how many people have the Beatles written a song about?
No.
I thought you were going to start
Did you
giving him
see,
options. Like
you see Tabby's. Well, thanks for coming into the interview. You were very punctual,
and
and you kind of look like Jesus. But I'm not sure you're right fit for us since you look crazy. But really great resume.
That's great.
yeah, I thought you were going to give him options like, maybe you should try, I was going to think about something. Try running in a marathon or something. Maybe another hobby. Shipbuilding, in the little bottles.
Have you heard of running with the bulls?
Running with the bulls. Yes.
Yeah, I'm like Peaches. It's hard. The compliments are difficult.
Having to start and end with a compliment, you're killing me.
This is good practice for both of you. Like Juwan, this is easy. This is easy for Juwan.
Oh,
Juwan has a hard time scraping together enough of an insult to really count.
Oh,
we should do tag team.
Insulting people.
That's true.
I do the compliment.
Good cop, bad cop.
Yeah,
yes.
exactly.
Ooh, that might be fun. Let's
do a good cop, bad cop thing.
Let's do that. So Peach and I'll take this next one, and I'll do I'll do the compliment, and then Peach will do the criticism, and then I'll finish up.
I harvested the pictures, but I have no idea.
We'll team up. All right, here we go. Okay.
I have the compliment for this.
No,
No,
it's
not.
too late.
Oh, you.
Yeah,
No.
let your flip rolls. Peach does the compliment. John does the.
Well,
Well,
I
no,
s-
it won't. It's not actually a compliment.
it is super nice of you to volunteer to come out here and help me erect my deer stand. And you know that I don't have the time or the know-how to do it, and I sincerely appreciate your willingness to share your expertise in helping me construct it.
I was gonna say I kind of appreciate that we don't have to worry about feeding your descendants. That's almost complimentary, but it
So you,
it does seem like you might cut off something important if that goes in best case scenario.
having said that, however, you blend in wonderfully with the scene.
It does. You are wearing that camo.
Mm-hmm.
Important though.
Okay. All right, so you guys know the score now. Juwan and Brian, this is
Yep.
yours, Juwan. You'll do the
Okay,
compliment.
I'll do the compliment.
You'll do the compliment, and then Brian.
Just say tag. I guess I'll stop. I'll stop whenever I'm done. Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Hey guys, man, you guys are super helpful. I mean, I don't know whose idea it was, but man, you guys are. You saw a problem and you are gonna solve it. That is some ingenuity right there. And yeah, so I'm hoping that if any other problems come up, you still have that same ingenuity to solve them.
Just wanted to point out that. Well, I think it probably would have been better if you had a little bit of if you were to face the right side up when trying to fix the air conditioning, and I don't know that that's the best way to get your shoulder exercise in because it seems like you're both, well, the two people above you are not in the greatest shape to help you. So I don't know that those are the best people that you want holding you up by your belt. And maybe you could have, fastened yourself in with something and not dangle yourself for your own death. But anyway.
I do want to add something though to the guy with the mullet and the tan sweater. You know, most people would look at a situation and they would be like, I don't think I'm going to be much help here, so I'm not going to do anything. But you, sir, you saw a situation that looks hopeless and you still chipped in, and I appreciate that.
Man, that's what I
What
call
is he gonna
teamwork.
do?
Maybe next time you
What's
hire
he
a
gonna do
professional.
If the first guy lets go, I don't know.
If you start to drop him, I'm at least going to get his wallet.
I will swing him this way away from it before my grip loosens off of his sweater.
Okay.
I do
I
not
like
even
your
know
belt.
him.
That being said, I don't think it'll hold all of your weight. Not that you're overweight. You look great, and at least you're creative.
Tabby's got these down.
Tabby's a master at the
Yeah.
He falls down.
She's right. I think we're trying to make their compliments too personal. Maybe that's it. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe I'll be better at this than I thought I would because I don't actually have to give so much thought to the compliments. We could just be
Okay.
like, "Hey, your hair's good."
I say pick something that, like, you would want to insult them with and turn it into a compliment by just saying it's
Right.
good.
All right, so
like
you want to
That's
take the
what she said.
compliments this time, Peach?
It needs
That's
to
what
be
she
slightly sarcastic.
This is not that kind of
She
show.
says the compliments need to be slightly sarcastic or just B-list compliments to soften
Yeah.
the real criticism.
It's like, hey, buddy, stripes really work for you. You should just
Right.
keep on
Well,
working.
like you said, or like she said, I like your belt. I don't think it's going to hold your weight, but
All right, so you're going to do the compliments this time, Peach, and I will do the criticism in
Wait.
the middle.
Okay.
Here we go.
oh my goodness.
Oh my god, this movie.
Okay, I like your sideburns, and the fact that they are outside of your hair is all gelled back, except for those sideburns, which really stand out.
Oh, that's your compliment.
That's my compliment. It's a nice thing.
Okay. That being said, you are a spawn of Satan and pure evil.
Right. But you should give me the name of your dentist because he does good work.
Those are some shiny white wangs, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Pretty well done.
Hey, you're jolly. You're a jolly guy.
You're a happy guy.
Just keep.
You look like
Orthodontist
you've,
did a great job with you, but that's more of a compliment on his orthodontist. But I guess I did the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Brian and John, do you guys want to switch it up this time? Brian,
You
you
wanna switch
want
it
to
up?
do any compliments?
Do you think you can do it?
That's up to you. Do you want to do compliments?
All right,
I
Brian,
can try. I mean, we all have to. We're doing this to grow.
Okay.
If I'm
To become better people.
If I'm truly needing to insult somebody, I need to learn. So
we're
there's the
getting
only
better.
way.
You do. You do.
Okay.
Brian,
Let
do
him
a
have it,
compliment.
Jawan.
I really appreciate your ability to focus in, and your teeth are amazing.
Oh wait, are we switching?
Yeah,
to
you
another
need-
I was
picture?
going to give you a different
You
picture.
need a
Oh,
new
okay.
picture.
Yeah. Sorry.
That was a warm up.
Okay.
Tabby, I'm from the
Here
south.
we
It's
go.
the same thing.
There you go, Brian.
I really love your creativity and your desire to be comfortable at all times.
You can relate to that, Brian.
Okay. Did you think for a second about, what if my buddy who put me back here, what if he decided to drive off really quickly? Did you think about what was going to happen there? Did you think about anything about physics or anything like that? Because you know what's going to happen, right? You're just going to end up being in the street. And then, I don't know, maybe that's what you wanted. Did you want to be in the street? Is that how you wanted to be in the street?
He just can't. He can't insult him. I don't know. Maybe that's what you wanted. If
That's
you
not
wanted to be in the
insulting.
street,
But
Oh, no?
best
Okay.
idea I've ever seen. Yeah.
You know what? Here's another way. Here's another thing. You know what's not going to make you relaxed is when you end up in the road underneath the semi.
the good news is you win a Darwin Award.
Yay!
You're a
So that's
good
good.
example to other people of what not to do.
That's not really a compliment sandwich either. Now Tabby's cheating. What do I think
Wow.
about this? What do you think? Yeah. I don't think I would have done it that way, but I do like your sense of adventure.
Adventure. Yeah.
Do you not have any rope? You have zero
Why don't
rope?
we?
You have a truck and no rope?
Why don't we get Tabby? We have time. Tabby, you should come on and do.
Come on,
like,
do a
I've got
compliment
couple of
sandwich.
these left. You can come on and do one and show
We
us
have
how to.
Show us how it's
8
done.
minutes.
It's hard for me when I'm writing it. I can do it, quick and short and sweet like that. But when I'm speaking,
Yep.
I'm using all my
took
brain
the
power.
term truck bed literally.
It's called a truck bed.
Came prepared for any
What?
potential nap attacks. Great for people with narcolepsy. Bad for people who want to keep the rest of their body intact. Very.
I was gonna say
Very
this
brave.
guy's from Jersey, but then I saw the Texas highway
Texas,
sign.
Not Florida?
No.
Florida, the bed would
Florida
be.
man.
They would be pulling the bed behind the truck in Florida.
They'd be trying to surf on top of it.
Yeah.
Maybe that's
See,
where
my
he's
problem, Joanne, is I see it and I immediately want to drop 4-letter words and just shake my head and hate
You
humanity.
That's another segment
You
that I had planned,
dumb.
but we're going to run out of time. Won't be able to do it. We'll have to do it next
you
time.
dork.
You
I was-
very smart person.
Do we have more pictures?
Yeah, I have
Well,
more pictures. I was
he
just
was
Okay.
seeing if Tabby was
Give
going to
Tabby a
pop
minute
on.
to
Before we go, I have a suggested
There she
swear
is.
word for Brian. Oh, here we go.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Here we
what's your
go.
swear word for Brian? Because she's
Oh, funky biscuits
ah
or funky biscuit. You have to do the. I was gonna say because you got to have it's the same with comedy. If you have a K
Yeah.
or a
Yeah.
something like that in there, so yeah. Tabby, show us how it's done.
Here's the
It's
map.
I
It's
realize
echoey.
I have an advantage. Is it echoey?
yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have earbuds?
And
Grab your earbuds, put them in your.
Or would you
ears.
say-
oh, that.
We can all just speak. All right.
Oh,
Yeah, you definitely need that hard consonant, John.
We have a
So
segment
funky
coming up.
biscuits. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's probably going to be next week. We're coming up, and Brian has issued a a plea, really. He implored us. He practically begged us to help him come up with some G-rated exclamations that he can use.
Epithets.
Yeah.
I was gonna try to come up with a formula instead of just giving you words, but I think it's funnier when they don't make sense and they're disjointed, non sequitur, all that stuff. It's hilarious.
All right, Tabs, are you ready?
Well, I recognize that my advantage in this is that I got to type them, and so I got to think about them longer than you did. So.
You can. It's okay to be quiet for a second if you're going to give us a good,
give you a second.
Like a speech, where you have to really think about it. Also, everything is now this big on my phone.
Get your 3x5 card.
That could be a compliment. You're so
picture.
small,
Here we
and
go.
your waist is so small.
Like, hold on.
It's like a.
Do we need to describe it? Is it that small?
It looks like a
Someone
jockey.
has a scooter and has crammed it full of cardboard boxes, broken down, mind you, and they are
Riding
sitting
on top of
it, and what I'm going to assume is a bustling metropolis.
No,
there's 3 lanes of traffic at least. They got a helmet though.
I don't think it's a bad idea. I want to preface with that. I don't think it's bad. But I do question your dedication to safety. But that being said, we love your creativity. And that's how you would do it.
A compliment sandwich. All right. I think I may have another one. This will be for
Cycling and recycling.
Yeah.
It's also easier to imagine it like if you were somebody who has to conduct the interview, because I feel like that's where I got a lot of these. I've listened to people who were giving interviews and they don't want to like be mean to the person who's interviewing, but you have to basically tell them, no, we're not hiring you, but we don't want to break your spirit.
Right.
So Peach, go ahead.
We can see that you are committed to business. You are not quite committed as we'd like to see you to preserving human life, but again, you're clearly you wouldn't be bothered by our dress code or anything else really in the office other than the fact that we want our coworkers to stay living. So good job on the commitment to almost everything.
They might be hiring elsewhere.
They might.
I like how y'all have turned it into a job.
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone wants a job.
Yeah.
I love your choice of weapon. It's very nice.
Yeah.
It's a great letter opener.
And we deal with a lot of paper here, but we just think you might be too aggressive.
Go try Apple.
Rock lamp base. What I'm learning from this is anytime somebody says, "I really appreciate your creativity," they're
Creativity is a
do
big
not.
one.
yeah. I can't think of a
Oh,
single
yeah.
nice thing to
Creative.
say.
Hot button words like sense of adventure, creativity, unique.
Unique
we
is definitely a non-compliment.
Never seen this before.
your leadership skills. We
I like
think
to
that
say,
and
like, I'll say
initiative.
that. Look what you did, or you did a thing, and you know where I got this from. I don't know if you
Because
saw
you're
it.
excited. Look what you did.
Look what you did. Where have you seen the interview with Emily Blunt where she talks about giving birth in an American hospital? And
Oh yeah.
this nurse, she goes, and I
The
gave
nurse.
birth to my daughter. The nurse was like,
That's a
your
cute
baby
baby."
is so cute. And she goes, "Oh, thanks, Mabel. I bet you say that to all your patients, though." And she goes, "No, I don't. When I know a baby ugly, I say, you had a baby."
Yep.
It's like, that's an idea.
Yeah.
You had a baby. Here it is.
I appreciate you trying to recreate the scene from Say Anything, where he holds the
Yeah.
radio up.
That was music,
ring.
Jason.
Yes.
That was music.
It was
Yep.
a radio, just
Not-
not.
It also helps the more time you spend with young children, because oftentimes the
Yes.
things that they present you with really are kind of trash because they're so young. But like, they don't want to hand you art and you'd be like, what is this? Does this look like
you smeared something on a paper plate?
Does this look like me to you? Like, you don't do that. So
Again,
you find things to compliment.
questions.
Terrible.
You don't necessarily.
This is
You
terrible.
don't necessarily compliment it. You just ask that. You're like, oh,
That's true.
Tell me about this. What have you done here? What's this? Oh, I see that now. Okay. You know.
Right. Or Simon will color something, and I'm like, well, buddy, I love all those colors you chose because it's just scribbles and there's nothing else to say about it.
What is there,
We used to tell
64 in your box?
Cammie would spend hours making little tiny marks and covering the entire canvas with like different color hash marks. So she would like end up covering the whole thing, but she would do it little bits at a time. And we used to tell her, you are very thorough.
Yes, because it's true. It was also a game that I used to play, like, kind of with myself, where if I found that I was being kind of too negative, especially towards other people, that I would have to then find 3 things I could genuinely compliment them on. But if it was a particularly hard to swallow person, it would be something as petty as, like, I like their choice of shirt today.
They have features and they...
I guess their eyeshadow color is tolerable.
I haven't seen them abusing any animals.
Yeah,
they live in
stopped
a
at that
society.
red light.
They learned English at some point.
And it gets easier, and then you can like genuinely compliment them for more valuable things. But that's what's so funny about the compliment sandwich is I just get to pick whatever is the first thing I notice and be like, well, your eyebrows are very trim. Well done.
Well done.
Good job.
Your eyebrows are almost even.
And the less it has to do with your criticism, the funnier it is to me too. If you're like, oh, well, I love your smile. We just can't handle the way that you file all the paperwork. Like, thanks.
You can join the party at johnbrandon.com and become a Click member, and then your name might potentially show up on a future episode of SCQS. We'll say it out loud. You will also get access to the after party. And tonight, the Clickers don't know this yet, but tonight we're actually recording and saving the audio for our podcast, so it'll be published tomorrow. Because we didn't record a podcast this week.
I didn't get it recorded this week.
Real quick, if you want to go to the webpage and become a member, you can get a link to be on the after party, and then you're also going to be on the podcast this week, so you can do that. Castingcrowns.com to find out where Jawan's going to be.
Ohio.
And visit him. Ooh, Ohio's
Ohio.
close to us.
Amara.
That's where my kids were last night at
Worcester?
Cedar Point. No, Canton. Or
Worcester.
Is Cedar Point near Canton?
Worcester.
Is that right?
Kings.
That might not be right.
No.
Anyway.
Cedar Point's its own city, I think.
Sandusky.
Oh, is it? Well, at any rate,
Zelensky
they were on the
Autobots.
way home when their dad decided to pour tea in our bed. And you can support Comedy Brian by going to youtube.com/comedybrian. And our theme song composer, JohnThomasOakes.com. Everybody's asking for JT to be here next month because it should be Oakstober, but we have to actually talk to him.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about the fact that the guys from Lure are going to be on in October too?
An ox spooker?
You just did.
Well, I don't remember which date.
Yeah, just
one of the Sundays
did
in October, our friends from Lure are going to come
October
on.
8th. So mark your calendar. October 8th is going to be a very special episode of SCQS.
How are we going to...
Change
Oh, we need to give compliment sandwiches to the people in the Click.
Correct.
Oh.
We're going to do compliments to our
There you
substance
go.
Coffee Click, who are brilliant people.
I really
good.
like how the animation works.
Todd, you need to get out of the middle. That's really going to hurt you in the future. I think you need to.
Cindy Fry has nice shoes.
I love the 2 L's in your name, Karen.
April drives well.
Donna Roos, I like the 2 O's in the middle. Is very round.
Yes, very round.
Yes.
Dean Tricky pays his
Danielle's
income tax.
always last, and she doesn't mind. Ooh, I forgot to do the... Bye!
Hey, Starving Comics Quarantine Show. Man, I really like that you guys kept it, almost in an hour. That was great. But we're gonna need some humor in the middle part. The beginning, good. The end, succinct, and everything. But the middle, let's try to work on that next.